Welcome to Fluent Studio.
Learn English the smart way. Speak better. Let me ask you something, and I want you to really think about this before you answer. What is the first thing you think about when your alarm goes off in the morning? Not your family, not your work, not your phone. For millions of people around the world, the very first thought is, I need my coffee.
And honestly, I am one of those people. Right now, as we're recording this, I've been awake for about 20 minutes and I have not had my coffee yet. And I will tell you, I feel like a completely different person, like someone turned the volume down on my brain.
That feeling, that specific, slightly desperate, almost physical feeling of needing coffee before you can even form a sentence, have you ever wondered why? Actually wondered why? Because the answer is more surprising than most people think, and by the end of today, you will understand something about your own brain that most people never find out.
And here's the thing that nobody talks about. It's not just about being tired. It goes much, much deeper than that.
We're going to get into all of it, but first, welcome. Welcome to English Today podcast. Wherever you are right now, whatever time it is, whatever language is running through your head at this moment, we are so glad you chose to spend this time with us.
Yes, and if you're listening to this on a bus or making breakfast or lying in bed staring at the ceiling, you don't have to do anything except listen. No notebooks, no pressure, just two people talking and you listening in, like you just sat down at a table with friends.
And today, those friends are going to talk about something that connects billions of people across every country, every culture, every language in the world.
Coffee.
Coffee. Such a small word. Say it with me right now. Coffee. Ka-fee. 2 syllables. Nice and easy. Coffee.
And if you're already smiling a little, that's the power of this topic. Even the word coffee does something to people.
Now, maybe you love coffee, maybe you drink 3 cups a day and you're not apologizing for it. Or maybe you're someone who doesn't drink coffee at all and you're thinking, this episode isn't for me. Stay, because the story of coffee is actually the story of human habit, brain chemistry, social connection, and some incredibly useful English that you can use today, tonight, in your very next conversation.
A tiny drink, a gigantic story.
So let's start where every great story starts. Not with facts, not with science, but with a feeling.
Close your eyes for a second. Actually, don't close your eyes if you're driving, but just imagine this. It's Monday morning, the worst kind of morning. Your alarm didn't just wake you up, it attacked you. It's cold, it's dark, you didn't sleep well, you have a full day ahead of you. Your body feels like it's made of concrete.
Oh, I feel this already. I feel this deeply.
And you drag yourself to the kitchen. You turn on the coffee machine. And then, before it's even finished, before you've taken a single sip, the smell reaches you. That warm, rich, deep smell. And something in your chest just loosens.
Like a knot untying itself.
Exactly. Like your whole nervous system just took a breath and said, okay, we can do this.
And here's what's wild. Scientists have actually studied this moment, and they found that just the smell of coffee, not the drinking, not the caffeine, just the smell can begin to change your mood and your brain activity before a single drop touches your lips.
Wait, the smell alone?
The smell alone. Isn't that remarkable? And it's one of the first clues that our relationship with coffee is about so much more than just a drink.
Alert and relaxed at the same time. 2 feelings that seem like they should cancel each other out, and yet there they are, together, because of coffee.
We're going to explain exactly why that happens, but first, let's make sure we all have the right words, because today's vocabulary isn't just for understanding coffee, it's for understanding yourself.
I love that framing. Okay, first word, and this one is important, caffeine. Say it slowly with me. Caffeine. Caffeine. This is the natural chemical inside coffee, and tea actually, that makes you feel more awake. It's the most widely consumed psychoactive substance in the world.
Psychoactive, that's a big word. It just means something that affects your brain and your mood. But don't worry about that word right now. Just know caffeine. Caffeine. Repeat it. Caffeine. And use it. Coffee contains caffeine. Simple, clean, useful.
Next word, energy. 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 The power to do things, to think, to move, to work, to laugh. I have no energy this morning. Say that. I have no energy this morning. Very relatable, very useful.
And our third keyword for today, habit. Habit. A habit is something you do regularly, almost without thinking, like checking your phone the moment you wake up, like brushing your teeth, like reaching for coffee before your brain is even fully awake.
Drinking coffee is my morning habit. Say that. Drinking coffee is my morning habit.
Hold on to these three words: caffeine, energy, and habit, because everything we explore today is built on these three foundations.
Okay, so let's go deeper. Let's talk about what caffeine is actually doing inside your brain, because most people think they know, but most people are only seeing half the picture.
And the half they're missing? That's where it gets really interesting.
So inside your brain, right now, as you're listening, there's a natural chemical being produced. It's called adenosine. Say it with me. Adenosine. Adenosine. Don't worry about spelling it, just understand what it does.
Think of adenosine as a tiny messenger, a very persistent, very sleepy little messenger.
Yes, all day long as you go about your life, working, thinking, talking, breathing, adenosine builds up in your brain. And the more it builds up, the louder its message gets. And the message is, slow down, you're tired, time to rest, time to sleep.
And this is completely natural. This is your brain taking care of you, telling you when you need to stop.
But here's where the story gets a twist. When you drink coffee, the caffeine travels into your brain, and instead of giving you energy, it does something much more clever. It finds the places in your brain where adenosine is supposed to land, and it blocks them, like someone standing in a doorway so no one else can come in.
So the adenosine, the sleepy messenger, is still there, still knocking, still trying to deliver its message.
But the door is closed. The message can't get through. And your brain looks around and thinks, wait, I'm not getting any sleepy signals. I must not be tired. Let's go.
Caffeine doesn't give you energy. It hides your tiredness. It's like putting a blanket over a fire alarm. The alarm is still going off. You just can't hear it anymore.
Oh, that is such a good image. A blanket over a fire alarm.
And this is actually one of the most common misunderstandings and one of the most common mistakes people make in English conversation. People say coffee gives me energy, and it feels true, but technically more accurate phrases are coffee keeps me awake or coffee helps me stay alert.
Say those with me. Coffee keeps me awake, and coffee helps me stay alert.
Alert, A-L-E-R-T, means awake, aware, and paying attention. Stay alert. This phrase works in so many situations. Stay alert during the meeting. Stay alert while driving. Very useful.
Now, here's a question that I think a lot of people have felt, but maybe never asked out loud. If caffeine is just blocking the tiredness, what happens when it stops working?
Ah, this is the part nobody warns you about.
When the caffeine starts to wear off, when it stops blocking those receptors, all that adenosine that was waiting, it comes flooding back, all at once, like a wave.
So suddenly, you don't just feel normal tired, you feel extra tired, more tired than before you drank the coffee, plus maybe a headache, plus maybe feeling a little irritable, a little easily annoyed.
This is called a caffeine crash. Say it, caffeine crash. A sudden drop in energy when the caffeine stops working.
And what do most people do when the crash hits?
They make another coffee.
And another.
And another. And before they even realize it's happening,
It's a habit. They don't drink coffee because they enjoy it anymore. They drink it because without it, they don't feel normal.
that moment right there is the real reason people can't live without coffee. Not the taste, not the ritual. The brain has simply gotten used to it, and now it expects it.
Now, before anyone panics, 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day is what most health experts say is perfectly fine for most adults. The key word here is moderation. Moderation. Not too much, not too little, just the right amount.
Everything in moderation. This is one of the most useful expressions in English, and it works for almost any topic. Say it. Everything in moderation.
Not 10 cups.
Please, not 10 cups. Your poor heart.
Okay, so we cracked open this science, but here's something I want to ask you, and I want you to really sit with this question. Do you think people drink coffee only because of caffeine, or is something else going on?
Something else is definitely going on. And this part, the psychological side, the mental side, this might be even more powerful than the chemistry.
Because for a lot of people, coffee isn't just a drink. It's a signal, a ritual, a moment that belongs entirely to them.
Think about it. You wake up, the world hasn't asked anything of you yet. The emails haven't started, the messages haven't come in, and you make your coffee. And for those few minutes, just those few quiet minutes, it's yours.
And your brain learns this. Your brain starts to associate the smell, the warmth, the sound of the machine with safety, with comfort, with the start of something manageable.
Humans are deeply habit-driven creatures. We find safety in routine. And once something becomes part of our routine, our brain doesn't just like it. Our brain starts to need it. It starts to expect it.
Like a computer going from sleep mode to work mode.
And if the switch doesn't happen...
The computer crashes.
Exactly. And speaking of crashing, let's talk about a situation that I think every coffee lover has at least experienced once in their life, and it is not a pleasant situation.
The broken coffee machine.
The broken coffee machine. Monday morning, office. The machine that has never, ever let you down has let you down.
Hey, good morning. So, I have some news. Good morning. Perfect timing. I just need to grab my coffee and I'll be completely all set. What's the news?
Right. So, the coffee machine,
Yes?
it broke this morning. The maintenance team is coming, but not until this afternoon.
The maintenance team. This afternoon.
I know, I'm so sorry.
Okay. Everything is fine. I'm fine. Is there, by any chance, any other coffee? Instant coffee, cold coffee, coffee-flavored anything?
There might be some tea in the cabinet.
The longest Oz. I'll take the tea.
End of roleplay. And honestly, the way that pause landed, that is acting born from lived experience.
That pause was completely real.
Now, let's pull out the English gems from that little scene. First, I'll be all set. This means I'll be ready. I'll be good. Everything will be fine. It's a very natural, very common phrase in everyday English. I'll be all set.
Notice how it sounds much more natural than I will be ready. I'll be all set. That's how real people talk.
Second, the maintenance team. Maintenance, main-ten-ence, means the people who fix things. In an office, in a building, at a hotel. Maintenance is coming. Very practical vocabulary.
And third, in this one is about more than just English. It's about human communication. When someone gets bad news, the most natural, most powerful response in English is, I know, I'm so sorry. Not an explanation, not a solution, just acknowledgement, just, I see you.
This is called empathy. Empathy. Understanding and sharing someone else's feelings. And in real English conversation, especially in difficult moments, empathy spoken first is always the right move.
I know, I'm so sorry. 4 words, enormous impact.
Okay, now let's move to something that I think often gets overlooked in the coffee conversation. Something that I actually think is the deepest reason, deeper than chemistry, deeper than habit, why people can't live without coffee.
The social side.
The social side. Because think about how often coffee appears in moments of human connection. Let's grab a coffee. Do you want to catch up over coffee? Let's have a quick coffee before we start. Come in. Can I get you a coffee?
Coffee is an invitation. In almost every culture around the world, offering someone a coffee is a way of saying, you matter to me. I have time for you. I want to be present with you.
It's a language inside a language.
And this is why, even if you removed all the caffeine from coffee, people would still love it, because it's wrapped up in some of our most important human moments. First dates, old friendships, difficult conversations, quiet mornings, celebrations, grief.
Coffee holds space for all of it.
That's actually beautiful.
It is. And speaking of language, let's talk about some expressions in English where coffee plays a starring role, because these come up all the time in real conversation.
Starting with one that actually uses tea, but teaches us something important about English.
That's not my cup of tea. This idiom means that's not something I enjoy. That's not my preference. Horror movies are really not my cup of tea. Say it. That's not my cup of tea.
You can use this politely to decline something without being rude. Someone invites you to a heavy metal concert. That's not really my cup of tea, but thank you. Very graceful.
Very graceful. Now a coffee-specific expression, coffee talk. This means casual conversation, light, easy, no-pressure chatting. Not a serious meeting, not a formal discussion, just talking.
We had some coffee talk before the presentation. The mood was relaxed, the conversation was easy.
And now, one of my favorites, an idiom that is so useful outside of coffee conversations. Wake up and smell the coffee.
This means face reality. Stop ignoring what's right in front of you. Pay attention to what's actually happening.
If a friend is in a situation that everyone can see is going wrong, but they keep pretending everything is fine, you might gently say, I think it's time to wake up and smell the coffee.
Say it. Wake up and smell the coffee. Beautiful idiom. Very vivid. Very memorable.
And let's not forget the one from our very first moment today. The lights are on, but nobody's home.
This means someone is physically present, but mentally they're somewhere else entirely. Their brain is not engaged. They seem absent, confused, not quite there.
I tried to have a conversation with him before his first coffee. The lights were on, but absolutely nobody was home.
Guilty. So guilty of this.
Say it one more time, clearly. The lights are on, but nobody's home. And remember, you can use this in many situations, not just about coffee.
Okay, I think it's time for one more role play, because this is where things really click, when you see language in action, in a real moment, with real feeling.
Let's go. This time, two old friends who haven't seen each other in a while. They're meeting at a coffee shop. Real conversation, real English. No scripts. Well, a little script, but you know what I mean.
Oh my goodness, look at you. How long has it been? Too long, way too long. Sit down, sit down. I've been here for 5 minutes and I almost ordered without you. I'm so sorry. The traffic was... Anyway, I'm here. Have you ordered?
Not yet. I was waiting. What are you having?
I'm going for a flat white. I need something strong today. I barely slept. Work has been, you know.
Oh no, what's going on?
It's the whole thing. But first, coffee. My brain is running on maybe 30% right now. The lights are on, but nobody's home.
Oh, I completely understand. What about you? Are you getting your usual?
Actually, I'm trying something different. Just a regular black coffee today. No sugar. I'm trying to cut back.
Ooh, good for you. That is definitely not my cup of tea. I need my sweet latte, but I respect it.
Baby steps. It's only been 3 days, so baby steps.
3 days is 3 days. That counts.
It counts.
End of roleplay. And did you feel that? How natural those expressions sounded inside a real conversation?
That is the difference between memorizing phrases and actually using them. The lights are on, but nobody's home. In context. That's not my cup of tea. In context. Baby steps. In context.
And baby steps. Let's just hold on that one for a second, because I think it's one of the most human phrases in the English language. Baby steps means going slowly, one small step at a time, like a baby learning to walk. Not rushing, not expecting perfection, just moving forward a little at a time.
And in the context of learning English, this phrase is a gift, because some days English feels impossible, and on those days, the answer is not to quit. The answer is baby steps.
I'm learning English, baby steps. Say that. I'm learning English, baby steps. And mean it, because it's true, and it's enough.
Now, we've celebrated coffee, we've explored it, but because we care about you and not just about making you feel good, let's talk honestly about the downsides, because the full picture matters.
Right. Loving something and being honest about it are not opposites.
First downside, dependence. Dependence. This is when your body needs something to function normally. If your caffeine dependence grows and you suddenly stop drinking coffee, your body may react hard.
These reactions are called withdrawal symptoms. Withdrawal, all, ill symptoms. Withdrawal means the process of stopping something your body is used to. Symptoms are the physical signs: headaches, tiredness, difficulty concentrating, irritability.
Irritability. Irritability means getting annoyed easily, feeling short-tempered, snapping at people for small things.
When I stopped drinking coffee last month, I had 3 days of withdrawal symptoms. I had a constant headache and I was irritable about everything.
This is real. This happens. And it tells you something important. Your brain had become dependent on a substance to feel normal. That's worth knowing.
Second downside, sleep. Caffeine has a surprisingly long life in your body, what scientists call a half-life of about 5 to 6 hours. That means if you drink coffee at 3 in the afternoon, half of that caffeine is still in your system at 8 or 9 at night.
In my system. This is a very natural way to talk about something inside your body. The caffeine is still in my system. The medicine is still in my system. Say it. The caffeine is still in my system.
Most sleep researchers suggest stopping coffee by early afternoon, around 2 or 3 p.m. at the latest, if you want to sleep all that night.
Third downside, anxiety. Anxiety. Anxiety means a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, especially about things that haven't happened yet, or things you can't control. Caffeine in high amounts can make anxiety worse. It can make your heart beat faster, your thoughts race, your body feel on edge.
So if you already struggle with anxiety or stress, be mindful of how much coffee you're drinking. It might be helping less than you think.
And with all of this, the answer, as always, is moderation. Moderation. Not too much, not too little. Just the right amount.
Everything in moderation, one of the wisest and most common expressions in everyday English.
Say it one final time. Everything in moderation. Carry that phrase with you.
Now, you said something earlier about coffee vocabulary, and I think if we're going to truly talk about coffee, we should make sure everyone knows what to say when they walk into a coffee shop.
Especially in an English-speaking country, because the menu can feel overwhelming if you don't know the words.
So let's go through the main ones. First, espresso. Espresso. A very small, very concentrated, very strong coffee. It's the heart of almost every other coffee drink. Just a tiny shot, but powerful.
Next, latte. Latte. An espresso with a generous amount of steamed milk. Smooth, creamy, mild. One of the most popular coffee drinks in the world.
Then cappuccino. Cappuccino. Similar to a latte, but with a thick, airy layer of foam on top. The texture is different. The experience is different.
Flat white. Very popular in Australia and the UK. Like a smaller, stronger latte. Less milk, bolder coffee flavor. I'll have a flat white, please.
And of course, black coffee. Nothing added. Just coffee and hot water. Pure, simple, honest.
And the phrase that ties all of this together, one you will hear in every English-speaking coffee shop, office, and home. How do you take your coffee?
This means, what do you like in your coffee? Milk? Sugar? Nothing? How do you take your coffee is one of the most natural small talk questions in English.
And your answer might be, I take it black. I take it with oat milk and 1 sugar. I usually have a latte. Practice your answer right now. Say it out loud. I take my coffee, and then finish it.
Wherever you are right now, on the bus, in the kitchen, alone in your room, say it out loud, because speaking out loud, even to yourself, is one of the most powerful things you can do for your English.
Which brings us to our practice tasks for today. 2 simple things you can actually do today, not someday, to take what you learned and make it yours.
Task 1. The next time you make a hot drink, coffee, tea, anything, narrate it, out loud, in English, like you're the star of your own cooking show.
I'm filling the kettle. I'm turning it on. I'm waiting for it to boil. I'm adding 1 spoon of coffee. I'm pouring the water slowly. This is called self-talk practice. No audience, no judgment, no pressure. Just your voice, your English, and your morning.
And it works. It really works. Because you're connecting English to a physical action you already do every day. That connection is how language becomes natural.
Task 2. Find 1 person today, a friend, a family member, a coworker, and ask them one of these questions. How do you take your coffee? Or are you a coffee person or a tea person? Start a conversation, even a short one.
And if you want to impress them, tell them what you learned today. Did you know that caffeine doesn't actually give you energy? It just blocks the part of your brain that feels tired. Watch their face.
The look people give you when you say something like that, priceless.
Okay, before we close, let's lock in what we learned today, because repetition is how the brain remembers, and we want this to stay with you.
1. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine, the brain's natural sleepy signal. It doesn't create energy, it hides tiredness. And when it wears off, the tiredness returns, harder than before. That's the caffeine crash.
2. Coffee becomes a habit because the human brain loves routine. Your morning coffee isn't just a drink, it's a signal, a transition, a moment your brain learns to expect and depend on.
3. Coffee is one of the most social drinks in the world. Let's grab a coffee is one of the most human invitations that exists. It means, I want time with you.
4. Know the downsides, dependence, disrupted sleep, worsened anxiety, and protect yourself with 1 powerful word, moderation.
5. Today you added real, living English to your vocabulary. Caffeine, alert, habit, moderation, withdrawal, dependence, espresso, latte, flat white.
And real living expressions. That's not my cup of tea, wake up and smell the coffee, the lights are on but nobody's home, baby steps, everything in moderation, I'll be all set. How do you take your coffee?
That is a remarkable amount of English from 1 cup of coffee.
That is the magic of learning through something real, something human, something you already care about.
And before we say goodbye, I want to say something directly to you, the person listening right now.
Because I think about you, our listener, more than you know.
Learning a language is one of the hardest things a person can do. Not because the grammar is complicated, though sometimes it is, but because it asks you to be vulnerable, to try and possibly fail, to sound different, to feel uncertain in a way that is uncomfortable and sometimes deeply discouraging.
Some days you will feel like you're not improving. Some days a native speaker will say something and you'll understand nothing, and that silence will feel enormous. Some days you'll want to quit.
On those days, remember this. You listened today. You showed up. You stayed.
That is not a small thing. That is actually everything.
Every word you hear, every phrase that catches in your mind, every moment you think in English, even for a second, it's all going in. It's all building. Slowly, quietly, steadily, like coffee dripping through a filter.
I love that image.
And one day, I promise you, you will be in a conversation, and the English will just come, without searching for it, without translating in your head. It will just be there, because you did the work.
So here's your gentle challenge for today. Just one thing. Go make yourself a coffee or a tea, sit somewhere quiet, even for 5 minutes, and think in English. Whatever comes. A memory, a feeling, a plan for tomorrow. Don't worry about grammar. Don't judge yourself. Just let English be the language of your thoughts for 5 minutes.
And if you want to take it one step further, write 1 sentence down, even just one, even an imperfect one. It counts. You count.
We believe in you, not in an empty, cheerful way, but in a real way, because you are doing something difficult, and you are still here.
Try this today. Use 1 phrase from today in your next conversation. Just 1. See what happens.
This has been English Today Podcast. Thank you, truly, for being here with us.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then,
take care of yourself, drink your coffee in moderation, and keep going.
Baby steps. Always baby steps.
Bye for now.
Bye.